Hi JP, how you doing, buddy? Can you let me know how this audio sounds? I'm not used to, well, it's been a minute, so just want to make sure everything sounds good and whatnot. Hey Ian, how you doing, man? Thank you, thank you. Well, while we're waiting for them to do the outlap, just want to say hi to everybody. I know it's been a hot minute since I've commentated. Life's been a little crazy between dealing with winter work and then going from being a truck driver to an office winch. It's been a lot, but yep, this is your boy Cupcake, and we are back at it again for Stint 4 of the Nurb 24 at IRO. So just watching the cars as they do the outlap. They'll come in to the pits and await driver swaps. And I know we are doing this a little bit unconventional, but you know, it's it's just mainly due to software issues that we've had happen. So luckily we're keeping the streams going. That way nobody misses the action of this fantastic race. I'll be honest, JP, I do. I really do miss driving a truck, but I mean, to go from taking orders to giving orders is a nice transition. That is stable. But I do miss the challenges of driving a truck. So as you all can see here, it is raining. So this race is sponsored by your local water park. Not too sure how long this rain is going to last, so I've taken maybe just like a quick 2-second peek at the weather, and from what I saw, it's gonna be a rainy friggin' mess. Hey, Nay. For everybody that's tuning in just now, like I said, I just want to say welcome. We are just patiently waiting for the driver swaps, which will happen after these cars go around the track and into the pits. You know, I am not too sure, JP. Like I said, I just took a very, very quick look at the weather. So why don't we just go ahead and take a gander, shall we? Alright, here we go. So, Stint 4, RO2s, RO3s, RO4s. Ew. So this one could get really interesting towards the end of the stint itself, with it going from RO2 to RO3 and then RO4. So we may have some very challenging track conditions towards the end of this stint. Let's just right on board here with ERA Harlock. As you can see there in the bottom left, the meter there for the dampness, or the moistness, I should say. Track's pretty wet. I mean, it's right there borderline with intermediate soft tire kind of territory. Harlock running on softs. Obviously, that is going to change. There we go. Race control saying that this has been declared a wet stint. So, for folks that are wondering what that means, is pretty much required tires no longer go into effect. So something like this, you're required to have like softs, mediums, I think hards as well, I might be wrong. That's no longer a thing. Because with that rain throwing that kind of issue out there where people have to entertain the intermediate tires and possibly wets depending on how hard it rains. Like I said, this is going to be pretty fun to watch. As you can see there, P5 Energy Simon trying to warm up the tires there. Limit of 4. I am wet tires. That I'm not too sure of. Ian with a backhanded remark. JP, are you going to take that? You going to take that kind of abuse from Mr. Cars? Getting some little things set up here, that way we're good to go. Made sure my tablet was charged, that way I can watch the comments as the race is going on. So as usual in classic Cupcake style, I will have my tablet with me with the stream, that way I can watch the comments and respond to folks. Uh-oh. There we go. Thought I forgot my password. Let's get the old Wi-Fi turned on. Ooh, someone's spinning out. Who was that? VNT having a little bit of an oopsie there. No. We're not gonna get it. Hey, Norlander. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, everything's going good today. Had the day off, so just been relaxing and really getting into No Man's Sky. It's like all I've played this week. It's been so much fun. Bingo. And then JP, just to answer, I mean, 40% chance. I want to say it is, but you know what? I mean, I remember racing Fuji last year, and it was like RO3 or RO4, and it was like full-blown wet tire territory. I mean, I think I ran intermediates my stints, and it felt like I was just driving on ice. No Lander saying, I've not played anything in a while now. Yeah, you know, life happens, buddy. Yeah, I know, JP. I was watching your share screen with the whole VR, man, No Man's Sky. That stuff is so fun. I actually had like a good Samaritan in a sense. A couple days ago, I was chilling in what's called the Anomaly, and for folks that don't know that, it's like a multiplayer hub. So I'm in there doing like story missions. Dude walks up to me and gives me a bunch of items. One's like a late game item, and then he gives me 3 stacks of this one stuff. I forget what it was. It was worth 156 million per stack. But enough of that, we got some racing to contend to. So everybody is in the stall, or in their pit stalls, I should say. Ready to go, just waiting on word to be released. So the way that works is, once the drivers in Stint 3, once they come in to the pit, they will let the other guys know as soon as that car is stopped on the pit or in the pit box itself, that driver change can happen. Yeah, like I said, JP, I didn't expect it. I came in there for the sole purpose of doing like story missions. I had to like go to some store, purchase some upgrades or blueprints, and then go about my business, and yeah, that happened. Taking a look at everybody and making sure everything's good. That meter is filling up ever so slightly. No Lander, I feel you. I mean, that's what happened to me this past winter. I mean, I get back from the Rolex 24, and it's like I came back that Monday, worked that Tuesday and Wednesday, and then was off Thursday, Friday, safety meeting Saturday, and then was off all next week. And then after that, it was just like half days. I mean, it gave me time to reevaluate things, and, you know, thankfully I was blessed with an opportunity to work for the quarry that I haul out of and learn how to dispatch and run scales. And, not gonna lie, it's been very stressful, but, you know, I got a boss that is pushing me to be better. I mean, she's been amazing. Demanding, but at the same time, she'll push you to the edge of the cliff, but she won't let you fall, kind of thing. I know cars, man. I was just going through TikTok like half an hour ago, checking out like all the Daytona clips and stuff. Man, I want to go back so bad. I want to listen to this Caddies, the MX-5, because they run those over there, and I mean, oof. Yeah, I know, and Le Mans is next week. I can't wait. I'll be working that Saturday, but you best believe I'll have my tablet with me, just streaming it all race long. JP, yeah, hit me up. I'll probably be playing it later tonight, because I know I got another stint here in about 8 hours, so I could say I could show you the world, but probably get frickin' copyrighted by Disney. Yeah, I can't wait for Le Mans though, cars. I'm really pulling for Toyota or Cadillac. I've always been a fan of Toyota ever since they came back to WEC, I think in 2012? But those caddies, man. Good lord, do they look great. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Like I said, either Toyota or Caddy. Those are my two. Although, it would be cool to see maybe BMW or Aston Martin taking it. I mean, BMW had a really strong showing at Spa. So, you never know. But you know, after Le Mans, we now have 6 hours of Watkins Glen, and then the 24 hours of Spa. That'll be a good race to watch. Actually, both of them would. I hope they come back next year. I do like that Porsche. No, they shouldn't have left, but I don't know, it was just unfortunate circumstances. Kind of like Alpine. Alpine's last year for racing at WEC is this year. Which sucks, because I really like those cars. I mean, I enjoy watching them race. Iron Dames and Lynx. Oh my gosh. That would be so cool. Alright, so everybody tuning in, like I said, welcome. Right now we're just waiting on driver swaps, so it's kind of turned into a race talking session. I mean, JP, don't get me wrong. I mean, like I said, I'm more of a caddy Toyota fan. But, I mean, I've seen those Porsches in real life, and I mean, they're gorgeous machines. Oh my goodness. And, you know, listening to the sound of those, the caddies, the Aston Martin is nuts. I actually have a TikTok of that. Watching them rip that thing through Daytona. It just sounds so good. Alright, so Stint 3 lead car, the back straight of the last lap. Good. So we should be seeing swaps here very shortly. Yeah, cars, I am so excited about the new update coming on Thursday. It is about freaking time. But you know, it shocks me because of how tight, you know, Gran Turismo and Toyota seem to be, that they haven't brought in that TR010. Oh, and P1 is out of the pits. That is going to be FGR Jean Bombier. P2 is going to be into Hypers. They are pitting or putting in the fuel now with some front end damage. I wonder how that happened. But never mind that. That's just going to cost them a couple seconds, which, I mean, isn't terrible at this track. So that's going to put him about 34 seconds back from P1 of FGR. Ooh, getting a little bit loose there, but nothing too terrible. P3 is going to be OVO's Monkeys. They're currently fueling up. And they are out. Buddy, I'm like a Midwestern guy. I can't do that French pronunciations and stuff, man. Like Jean Bombier. I mean, sounds better than me calling him Jean Bombor. Alright, so Monkeys is out of there, running P3, 40 seconds back from P2, a minute 13 back from P1. Let's see if I can spot anyone else. Oh, ERS coming out of the pits. They will be running in P4. 2 minutes back from P1 and 48 seconds back from P3. Okay, so 49 seconds back from P3, 2 minutes back from P1. Hey Jay, how you doing, buddy? P5 is going to be ERA's Harlock, who is 2 minutes 24 seconds back from P1, 18.2 seconds back from P4. And NRG Simon with S7R Blazers coming out in P6, 2 minutes 35 seconds back from P1, 11.7, well, thought we were going to see a 12 there, 11.5 seconds back from P5. FGR saying, go Feel Good Racing, as well as Feel Starson. JP, Mehdi said he's open to making a Mehdi's Monday French lessons a regular thing. Oh, that's funny. That was the funniest thing to witness. You see a French guy like Mehdi trying to teach like a Floridian by the name of Superman lots of French words. It's like comedy gold. Alright, we're gonna have a battle here. Coming out of pits, I think. VNT Sapala running in P7, 50 seconds back from P6, 3 minutes 25 seconds back from P1. That is with GT Finland Racers. Alright, so let's take a look at P8, P9. So P8 coming out, 18.5 seconds back from P7, 3 minutes and 44 seconds back from P1. So P9's only going to be about 5.5 seconds back from P8. They are 3 minutes 48 seconds back from P1. Yeah, JP, I remember that. We had a feel-good race team and some leagues. The good days. The good days. Alright, so Portugal All-Stars, Tri-Show, out in P10, 35 seconds back from P9, and 4 minutes 23 seconds back from P1. And in P11, we have Chris DZSI, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, 6.3 seconds back from P10. About 4.5 minutes back from P1. Last but certainly not least, it's going to be FGR Zekian with, I believe that is QRT Motorsports. So that is your current grid as we're in the very beginning stages of Stint 4. As you can see on the top left, there are 17 laps, but there are 16 racing. So at the end of lap 16, people will come in and pit for the driver swaps. And looks like, I mean, the rain has passed just from the looks of it. So a lot of these guys, well, I should probably say all of them, are opting for the soft tires. Jay, I will be doing 2 stints today. I'm doing stint 4 and then I believe stint 8. I will have to double check that real quick, as we are just watching Harlock. Oh, I will be doing stint 7. Alright. That's what I like. FGR Zekian just got fueled up. Interesting enough, they put about 69 liters. So they're going to be 6 minutes 51 seconds back from P1. 2 minutes 19. Ooh. 2 minutes 19 seconds back from P11. So right now it is an uphill battle, but you know what? We're at stint 4 out of 12. Anything can happen in this race. JP, pronounced Jean Bonjour. I'm sorry if I offended any of the Feel Good Racing guys, as I try to pronounce this gentleman's name. So I want to take a look at, who was it? Okay. See, I thought there was going to be a battle there for P8 for a sec, but it seems to me like INF is pulling away from P9's My Team. Bonner. You're one bad pronunciation away from being demonetized, I'm just gonna say. So, Bonnier. Yeah, I'm sure Maddie will. I'm sure he will. Alright, so FGR. Look at that, just tearing it up right now. Luckily the track is pretty well dry. I mean, there's just a little bit of rain, but nothing to cause any concern. Do it short. Bon. Hi, Ost. How you doing, sir? Let's go through the field here, see if I can find any kind of battles, which I don't think we really have any. Everyone seems to be in kind of their own little world at the moment. GT Finland passes the rave camp, as well as Jelly Racer. There goes my team. We have Portugal. Only 5 seconds separating him at P11's Chris, P1R. Guys are just flying. Flying. Let's go on board with FGR. And as you can tell there, I mean, the track is starting to turn to night. As you can tell there, I mean, the fancy footwork that FGR is pulling with that Porsche, I mean, it is something else. Ripping it. Oh my gosh. Oh man. This is kind of fun. Like, I could watch this view like all stint long. Very happy though to see that the Ferrari is running in second. I know JP mentioned something about the lighting for the number plate. Oh yeah, look at that. What a beauty. JP and his mysterious ways, man, I tell you. Oh, wait a minute. The gap has closed down between 10th and 11th. We're at 2.5 seconds. All showing some love to Nay Bother saying Alien. Which Nay is. Nay is an alien. Nay's been one of those guys that, I mean, he'll just run the wheels off of a car. So not really noticing any kind of showers or rain or what have you. Yeah, I've already ran out of stuff to say. You know, something like this track here, where everybody's pretty well separated, and on a large track, I should say, that you tend to run out of stuff to talk about quick. You know, commentating a track like Daytona or, you know, Mount Panorama or Brands Hatch. I mean, there's plenty of action going on. Over here, I mean, 16 cars, well, 12 cars, at a track like Nurb. I mean, everyone's pretty well spaced out. And, so yeah, you know, it's something as a commentator, you gotta come up with stuff to talk about on the fly. So, you know, I just wanted to give you props on your racing and your racecraft because you are mental when it comes to racing. FGR setting a fastest lap so far of an 8:05.122. But we're going to keep an eye on here for this potential battle between P10 and P11. It is separated by 1.2 seconds. So Chris on the hunt there to go after Trishow. Alright, so we need to do a walk around the Nordschleife, and then you have a lot to talk about. You know, honestly, I would love to visit the Nordschleife in real life. I would love to go to the Nurb 24. I mean, just to go and see the racing. I mean, hold up. We're gonna pause that conversation. We are now 4/10 separated between P10 and P11. So Trishow with Portugal All Stars versus P1R. Chris, let's get a better view here. All right, yep. So time for my fancy camera work. As you can see here, P1R all over Portugal's bumper. Not able to get it done just yet, but we might see a pass here coming up into the carousels. Let's see what happens here. P1R trying to look for any kind of opening. Portugal doing a great job defending. Coming into the carousel itself, alright. Okay, so nothing there. Just gonna look at the hood cam here with Chris, see what we got. Chris pretty much applying pressure to Trishow. And I mean, look at this fierce battle. See, this is what I meant, Nay. You know, I get battles like this, and that's when the commentating becomes real plentiful. There's a lot to talk about. Because, I mean, as you can see here, I mean, this is a pretty good battle for P10 way P1R and Portugal. We will do what? Nay, honestly, I don't know what kind of snacks you guys have over there on that side of the pond. But enough of that. Let's keep an eye on this heated battle. I mean, look at this. This is good Lord. This is some good stuff. I'll hop on board with P1R as they take a look here. Seagull cheering on P1R. P1R on the right side of the Ferrari. Can't get that trap to work just yet. Gets back into the slipstream. What's going to happen here? He's gaining on Trishow. And they are side by side. Coming down to the final few turns. P1R doing a great job making that overtake for P10. So P1R moving up into 10th position after overtaking Portugal All-Star. Wow. What a battle. Hey, Seagull, I mean, that was a brilliant move on Chris's part. Oh, look at that. P8's Jelly Racer setting an 802.63 as the fastest lap for so far in this stint. Yeah, let's hope. I really hope there's no more DCs for P1. Yeah, or any team. I do agree. So P1 already building a gap to Trishow at a 1.2 second gap there. Now going up to 1.4. Oh, ALN has withdrawn? Oh no. And AMS couldn't field a car for the race? Oh my gosh. Oof, that's not good. Alright, so let's go and see. Ah, that's a shame, Seagull. It's something you never want to hear. A team withdrawing just due to not enough participation. FGR is sitting at 806.002. You get INF sitting at 802.6. I wonder, are they going to be able to maybe break into the 801s, or somebody's going to break into the 801s in Stint? Sorry about this, folks. Just taking a look here. Messages for family members. You gotta love it. We all dream of a world without DCs. Also dream of a world where we could have, you know, snow and rain and, well, even more rain and oil slicks and the Dacia Logan on this track at GT7. That would be great. Just have a repeat of this past Nurb 24. I think we should start a petition to get the Dacia Logan into GT7. Just saying. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, JP, especially towards, I think, like Stint 10, 11, and 12, where it's not going to rain at all. I could maybe see racers dipping into the 8-minute flats, or maybe the 7-minute 59s. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Sub 8 minutes. I mean, especially with how stacked the rosters are for Split 1 and IRO. I mean, it is something that's definitely possible. I mean, they are mental. Here we got monkeys with Ovo. Or wait, no, I need to bring back a classic for egg. Because apparently Ovo means egg, I think in Portuguese. Still wait for an egg livery, Ovo. Just saying. Or OVO. ERA is still in 5th. Running an 804.5. Really good lap by Harlock. Oh. I mean, Energy Simon's best lap is an 804.7. Ran an 806.04. Got 804.8. Jelly ran an 804.2. 805.3. 805.9. Still holding a 1.6 gap there to P11, which is good. P11 running an 810. P1R is in the pits. FGR running an 814. Ooh, they do have rear bumper damage and left rear wheel damage as well, so not too sure what happened there. Unfortunately, it's something that I cannot go back and see. Alright, so P1R having a little bit of front end damage. Went ahead, got that fixed, got fuel. So it looked to be mainly a routine pit stop besides the fact that they had front end damage. So that is going to put them 32 seconds back from P10. Well, 33. VNT with a half-second penalty. As you can see here, FGR, they lost about a couple seconds to into Hyper, so FGR is now ahead by 23 seconds instead of about 25 in the beginning of the stint itself. I almost thought about making a layout once I heard that we were doing our own little streams. Now that I have one of those gaming PCs and a desk and a monitor, I mean, I can do that. Something I might work on. I don't know just yet. That Ferrari is just getting it. We're gonna go on board with into Hyper's one of my favorite sections of the track because I just love how fast it is. And it's like this whole section here, pretty much from the carousel down to this other little part here before the back straight. I mean, you just have to have like, I mean, just all the focus in the world. We're gonna go on board with monkeys with OVO. See, this little dip here I love, because yep, as soon as you go over that little dip, you gotta like really hit the brakes for a second, keep that car under control. But I mean, that is just, oh my gosh, I love it. Somebody wants to give me the name of that section in German. I could try to pronounce it. I think Mr. Ost is still watching, so ooh, getting a little loose. Not bad. Look at that. Just right on the ragged edge. Whew. That is nuts. That is nuts, I tell you. Yeah, I was trying to get the name of whatever this whole section is back here, leading up, you know, where YouTube Corner is and what have you. You might listen to me make some German pronunciations wrong. See, like FGR riveting bike. Oh, thank you. Now mind you, I don't have Google Translate here. I don't have any of that to tell me how to pronounce it, so I'm going to do my best. It's going to be Pflanzgartensee. Pflanzgarten, I think. Like I said, don't judge me. I'm just... See, that one I could pronounce riveting. Is Hatzenbach. I think I need to be a little more gruff with it, like Hatzenbach. Again, don't judge. I'm just, trying to pronounce these. I am genuinely curious. Flatscott. Oh, okay. So let's take a look at the situation here between P10 and 11, because if you remember, P1R had to pit, looked to be mainly kind of like a routine pit stop. I had some front-end damage, they got it repaired. It came out, I believe, 32 seconds back from Portugal All-Star, and they've already gained about 3 seconds, and now that is merely due to, I mean, just pure tire wear, fuel wear. I mean, you have Chris here on fresh tires versus Portugal with worn tires. So, obviously, you know, P1R is going to pretty much gain a lot of time from that. Also giving me a whole lot of names to pronounce. Yep. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. And guys, if you like the stream, I know this is my personal channel. I really don't do a lot with this channel, to be quite honest. Hit a like. You know, hit the like button. It's up to you. Hey Alex, how are you? You guys are really doing well at this track. Running in P4 right now, only a minute back from P3, about 12 seconds ahead of P5. I did see where this is a special livery for the folks at ERS, dedicated to, I believe, Sabine Schmitz, legendary racer here at the Nurb. She was one of a kind, I would say. You're good, but you smell bad after your stint. Well, I think anybody would after running 2 hours straight at Nurb. Obviously, and only just realized I wasn't subbed on this channel, so I got you twice. Thank you, No Lander. You're a real one for that one, sir. So let's take a look. Did Trishow ever pit? No. Alright, so Portugal All-Stars looks like they're gonna try and pull a one-stop. Which will be interesting to see, given the tire wear. I just wonder if that's gonna hurt them more than anything. Running a little bit wide there. So P1R has gained, at the very least, 5 seconds on Portugal All-Stars. Is Gel catching? Let's take a look. Oh, hello. Thank you for that. We do have a battle for P7. 1 second separates Jelly and Sipala. Again, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'm just a dumb Ohioan, just trying to pronounce all these names. So, like I said, I apologize. Let's go and look at P7. Let's see if I can get a good view. Here we go. As you can tell, there is Jelly Racer back there, trying to catch GT Finland racers. So 1.2 separates both of them. Tell you what, this trippy looking at the back of this car at Nurb. Gap is now down to 0.9. Having a moderator on here. For some reason, JP, your comment did not show. We'll take a look here. Oh, there we go. Yep, so here is the view from the cockpit. FGR is in the pits for the first stop of the stint, so definitely possible for a one stop, maybe a two. Unless they plan on putting on mediums or they're anticipating rain. 0.6 of a second separates P7 and P8. Let's go on board with P8 INF Jelly Racer. Look at him, he is on the hunt. Going through the carousel beautifully. Sapala is getting a tiny bit better of an exit. Nothing to where he's going to pull away. The gap is now down to 0.4 of a second. Look at this intense battle for P7. Boy, this gets spicy. This is what I've been waiting for. I know we had it between P1R and Portugal All-Stars earlier this stint, which seemed to kind of even things out after P1R had to make a pit stop. I thought it was going to be routine, but that doesn't look to be the case. I mean, my word, look at them go. ERA Harlock is in the pits. Like I said, we are keeping an eye on this battle for P7. P7. It's coming into the back straight. Jelly Racer is going to have the slipstream. Let's just take a look here. Again, we're on board with VNT Sapala. Curious to see what's going to happen here. ERS is now down to 5th. Not sure what happened there. And there goes Jelly Racer for P7. Jelly Racer taking full advantage of the slipstream, allowing him to move up. I do believe both of these cars are going to be pitting, and they are. Alright. While they're doing that, let's see what happened here. Energy Simon. Oh, okay. ERS going into pit, so that is how they drop down into 5th, as well as ERA dropping down into 6th. Both cars did pit. Energy Simon still has yet to pit. They are going to attempt a one stop. Granted, that is kind of detrimental because there is a possibility of rain. So that could help them or that could hurt them. We just don't know yet. Now, if we look at the tire situations, I mean, they're going to be hurt come, you know, the middle of the racetrack. So, it's going to be crazy to see how all of that pans out. Let's go back to P7 and P8. Alright, so something happened. What? Jelly was in front of Zapala, but there's no way they should be 9.5 seconds back. At least when I remember, there wasn't any kind of damage on that BMW. Whoa, oof. Finley had a lot more fuel when pitting. Yeah. No, that is true. I did not catch that. And then, oh, hello. Okay. So we do have a leader change here. N2 Hypers is in first, but they have yet to pit. So they are 14 seconds ahead of FGR, but that's not going to matter. Because, like I said, I mean, if you look at their tires, they're trashed. I mean, they're not in good shape by any means. As you can tell, he's definitely struggling a little. Just go on board. Those bright yellow headlights. So is that previous lap? Oh, never noticed that on the Ferrari. If you look at the display there on the bottom right, I think that's like a predicted lap time. So as of right now, if they were to run this lap, it looks like they're going to hit an 809.6 maybe. Yeah, JP, that's just Austin. Everybody else in IRO having a big old rave. That is so cool. I didn't realize that. Whoa. Got a little spicy there. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Hyper's just gonna have to pit. There's no way around it, unfortunately. Be real risky for them to take or run another lap on those tires. So we are about halfway through. Yep, there goes Hypers in the pit. So we'll take a look at FGR. FGR is going to retake first. They do have a 30-second gap to Monkeys. Which monkeys has to pit as well. Okay. Yep, so there goes FGR. Let's take a gander here at P7 and 8. Nothing really changed there. P10 and 11. Nothing's changed there. Yeah, Zombonier is back in the lead. I'm sorry, JP. Like I said, I'm sorry to all the French that are watching. And to anybody else over across the pond, if I butchered your name, that is all on me. So Hypers did come out of the pits 28 seconds back from P1. Monkeys is in the pit right now, getting ready to leave with OVO. They're going to come out, okay, yeah, 51 seconds back from P2. Alright, alright. So, what about NRG Simon? 10 seconds ahead of ERS. It's not going to be for long, though. So, ERS is going to retake 4th position. And Harlock with ERA is going to retake 5th. ERA, last season's champions, definitely dealing with a much stronger field this year. So, it's really wanting, it really means that they're just going to have to push a lot harder, which is both good and bad. Hey ATV, how are you, buddy? Chili's saying we need a big shower. You know, I'm waiting on it. I am so waiting. I mean, I could do, you know, what I could do is go back to the menu and pull up the forecast. So I will let you guys decide on that in chat if you want me to pull up the forecast for the rest of this stint. Because you know it's got a big old radar that'll show. I mean, me personally, I mean, I love the suspense and the surprise, but, you know, just type yes in the chat if you want to see it. I mean, multiple people have Ryan Hull on the TV. Yeah. Alright, so I got JP and all saying, yeah. JP saying my heart can't handle the suspense. As you can see here, it is pitch black. Maybe some hail in this cell coming. But we're getting rain over here in the wonderful land of Ohio. I mean, could you imagine hail, though, at Nurb? Like, in the game? Oh, yeah. Yep, you gotta love the summer. Summer in Ohio is a wonderful thing. Alright, so now that we are halfway through this stint, let's just go down the list here. So P1, we have FGR 30 seconds ahead of P2's Hypers. Hypers running in second, 51 seconds ahead of P3's Monkeys. Monkeys, 43 seconds ahead of P4's ERS. ERS, 13.5 seconds ahead of ERA's Harlock. Harlock, 25.4 seconds ahead of P6's NRG Simon. Simon running 35 seconds ahead of P7's VNT Sapala. SIP running 8.5 seconds ahead of P8's INF Jelly Racer. Jelly Racer is 14.9, let's just call it 15, folks, seconds ahead of P9's My Team Kipso. My Team, 48 seconds ahead of P10, which is P1R's Chris. Chris, 32.2 seconds ahead of P11's Portugal All-Stars Trishow. Trishow is 3 minutes ahead of FGR Zekin, who is running certainly last but not least. So FGR should be pretty close to lapping, well, FGR Zekin. Give it a couple more laps, I reckon, and you know, that will become a reality. So that is your lineup right now as we're in the middle of stint 4 of the Nurb 24 for IRO. AA Ron saying, of course, Wilmington and Port Columbus Raiders are down. Ah, man. That's a shame. Kind of weird too, because that Wilmington one's like right in the middle of nowhere. I've driven past it. It's like in the middle of cornfields. And next to the old airport. What used to be an airport. I don't know if they still use it or not. I know DHL used to use it. Alright, so let's go. What do we got here? We'll go to Trishow. It's right on board with them. Yeah, it's probably it, Ron. So we are on board with Trishow. As you can tell, it is dark. We are in the nighttime hours of the race. This is where focus and concentration become key. Because I mean, going through this, at least through my experience, I mean, I know I'm just some academy racer, but going through this track at night is almost like having a sense of tunnel vision. Because you're so focused on that road and not what's really like around you to the left or to the right of the track. So this is when a lot of drivers' kind of mental prowess gets tested. You know, keeping that concentration, keeping control of that car. Especially when it rains too, that is just going to put so much more stress on the driver. It's just going to be a test of who can handle the nighttime plus the rain, controlling the car, being able to see. I mean, all of that is going to come into play. Yeah, I mean, you're right there, Aaron. Driving at night at Nurb is insane. It is. But it's a lot of fun, too. I mean, it's a thrill. I mean, I'm not the best at this track, but at least from my experiences, always had fun doing it. Let's see if I can find someone. But this is another thing too. I'm gonna say P3. You know, like you look here, you got some sort of lighting, okay, like on the GP track itself. It's not a lot, now mind you, but it's doable. And the track's so much wider, and it's just one of those, I mean, I would say a good majority of racers, you know, they kind of memorize the GP section. It's all like muscle memory. But it's this transition here. We are riding with monkeys, by the way. Coming from the GP to the Nordschleife itself, that's when you notice, you're like, okay, cool. Things are going to get way narrow. There's going to be minimal room for mistakes. And that's when you really have to start pushing and concentrating and figuring things out. Aaron, like I said, when I was driving through the mountains going to North Carolina at 3 a.m. and you summoned my night sim racing experience to hell. You know, I had that same experience 2 weeks ago when I went to visit my dad's side of the family out in Harlan, Kentucky. Just to give people here some insight on that, Harlan, Kentucky is a mountain town, so it is in the Appalachian Mountains. So you're driving up these gigantic frickin' mountains. It was 10 o'clock at night, it had just rained, there was some fog, but it wasn't a lot. I get onto this one part of the road, and it's just up and down, up and down, up and down. And I mean, that's what it kind of felt like running Nurb at night. I mean, you had to have that concentration. You had to have that capability to always be on alert. Jay saying this track is hard enough in the daylight, let alone nighttime. Yeah, it is a challenging track, but once you learn it, it's real fun. We got B&T, SIP running at 804.3. Meanwhile, Jelly Racer still holding the fastest lap of the stint at an 802.6, but ran 804.1 the last lap. So, 0.2 of a second quicker, but really nothing to write home about. My team running at 806 last lap. P1R running at 809. Did pass Tri-Show. That's... Oh, Tri-Show had a pit. Okay. 36 seconds back from P1R Chris. That is where Tri-Show is. JP, I would love to race this in VR. That would be so cool. So still 33 seconds ahead of FGR Zumboner. Okay, so FGR 32 seconds ahead of P2. ATV, I'm just jealous of JP getting to do No Man's Sky in VR. Dude, it is nuts. I was watching the share screen a few days ago. It was just crazy. Nay, say I just drive the old Mini. around here in VR. Don't really use it for anything else on GT7. I mean, VR is nuts in GT7. I remember a few years ago, I scared the living daylights out of someone in VR. We were just messing around, and I think we were doing special stage Route X, just playing around top speeds on cars. He gets in an old Fiat, the old 500. Now, mind you, he's in VR, okay? I'm in a much faster car. I come up behind him and I just punt him, and he starts flipping. And he's screaming in the party chat. And, it was glorious. They saying it is, but I don't trust myself with cars around me in VR. Sheriff, snowstorm at night. That being said, it felt like I was going light speed. Oof. I mean, West Virginia itself can get pretty sketchy, like at night. I mean, like if y'all ever been through, say, the West Virginia Turnpike, it's ooh, man, Nurb. This stuff here ain't got nothing on West Virginia Turnpike. We were going down a mountain, and at the bottom is a 90-degree right-hand turn, and loaded semis are going down. Yeah, you catch yourself doing like 90 miles an hour. Just to make sure you don't cut trucks off, or what have you. Also, hi Sheriff. How's it going, buddy? Country roads, yeah. Tell you what though, speaking of mountains and stuff, the ones in Harlan are bad, because they were starting to burn my brakes up. And I drive a little Volkswagen Jetta. I was even trying to like hold the car in gear and stuff, and it was so steep going down, it was nuts. Alright, let's give some love here to P4 and 5. We're just gonna run with P5 for a little bit. That's ERA Harlock. And let's give a shout out to JP for this genius way of displaying the number light, you know, or the light on the side of the car that shows the number, I should say. He found a workaround to where you're able to put decals on the side where that light is. That way it stays illuminated. So I'm gonna break some of the streaming rules here, just as a simple appreciation. I know JP set up a way to, or he put something in the Discord on how to add decals to that light there. So if y'all are ever interested in applying that to the cars, hit them up. Alright, let's go to P4. That's going to be ERS. Yep, JP's magic. He cannot be beat. ERS getting a half-second penalty. Oh my. They ran an 8:09 last lap, while Harlock ran an 8:05. They were purple. JP, I was driving through Pennsylvania at night. No lights other than my own headlights. I dozed off and hit a large standing puddle of water that had no reflection. So I thought I drove into a lake. I just saw water all over. Oh my gosh. ATB wondering if any more modern GT3 and the new GTP hypercars will have those light boards too. I'm really curious. I hope they do. I mean, how cool would that be? I can't wait for that new update, because I'm going to buy every single GTP, the frickin' Ferrari, the Beamer, the Peugeot, the Porsche. I'm going to buy all of them. And then I'm going to test them. Oh, INF Pekka saying yes, the hypercars will have the LED displays. Yeah, ATB, I so hope the Cadillac comes to GT7. I would love to see that and a lot of modern GT3 cars. Because honestly, if they could just do that and maybe add a couple more circuits, GT7 would be in good shape. At least for the rest of its lifetime with GT7 until GT8 comes out. Would say the same with the Acura, but the program is going away, yeah. Aust, I agree with you. You know, I mentioned that earlier in the stream. I said they really need to bring back the Dacia Logan. We need to start a petition to get the Dacia Logan. JP dropping some info there, how to do that number board panel. Jay is saying I think we need 2 or 3 new tracks as well, yeah. I would like to see Sebring. It's another one. Imola. And then, well, maybe like a street track. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they have to be real world. I mean, something kind of like, say, Detroit or Long Beach. That would be cool to see. I would also like for them to bring back some of the old fantasy tracks. You know, say Seattle, El Capitan. Qatar would be fun. Yeah, because Qatar is a blast on LMU. ATV, yeah. Yeah, bring back the Seattle Street Circuit. Brands Hatch Reverse, nope. No, I don't know. You and your Brands Hatch, nay. What'll be another good one? Like Mid-Ohio, Road America. Road America would be a lot of fun. Yeah, ATB, I do agree. They had to make it PS4 compatible, and that really hindered it. Hockenheim would be a good one, Pekka. Paul Ricard would be a fun one, too. Distinct Hughes tip. What's up, buddy? Silverstone would be great. What's another one? They say it's in my academy contract. I am not allowed to race it. Laguna Seca reverse. That would be weird going up the corkscrew, like going uphill. Indianapolis would be fun. I mean, for the love of everything, they had Indy. I mean, in GT5, so ERA is 5 seconds back from ERS. No, Aust, we did not have Road America. Hypers does have suspension damage. Look at that. Snetterton would be good. I'm trying to think of others. Yeah, Mid-Ohio, I mean, I know Project Motor Racing, they've got their version, but nobody talks about Project Motor Racing. Alright, P1R is 41 seconds ahead of Tri-Show, so they are back into 10th. Detroit would be good. Monaco, I don't know. I mean, Monaco would be pretty cool. FGR, we have not had any rain yet. What is going on? Yeah, Paul Ricard would be a good one. What about some of the fantasy tracks? Like New York. New York was pretty fun. What was the other one? That Red Rock Valley Speedway for GT2? That one would be great. Seattle, obviously. I mean, ATB mentioned that. I love that little jump before that, like, hard right. Yes, Apricot Hill. I forgot all about that. That was always a good track. Misano, Mugello, Kyalami, yeah. All those. Those would be fun. Pikes Peak, bring back Pikes Peak, man. Pikes Peak, 24 hours. When you get to the top, you have to turn around and go down the hill. Take notes, IRO. Yeah, Tokyo Route 246. I mean, oh my gosh. There's another one, Special Stage, Route 5 and Route 7. Isle of Man would be cool on cars. Oh, we've been looking. We've been watching, but FGR's just... Oh, Kaza! My man, okay. Alright. I didn't get in trouble for Kaza, he just giving me heads up. So, yeah, it's raining. Ladies and gentlemen, we have rain on the track. Alright, so let's just kind of do a little take here. Alright, so it's not raining where ERS is. Monkeys, it is starting to rain. So it seems to be about that carousel. From the carousel down, we have rain. And it's up past that first bar. So why don't we go to P12? P12 will give us a pretty good gauge as well. Yeah, so it is wet. Yeah, so we are at the back part of the track here, and it's raining, boys and girls. Well, it did rain. It looked to be a quick shower, so... I really don't think it's enough, though, to really justify changing tires, but... Okay, I need to do something here. Something quiet. Message, block words, live chat, moderation. It's pretty much from the carousel all the way down to, well, almost the start finish seems to be wet. FGR is in the pits for a routine stop. That's gonna allow hypers to move up into P1 maybe if they don't pit. Yep, so Hypers is going to move up into P1. Monkeys looks to be in good shape. ERS dealing with a little bit of the rain, but nothing terrible. They are a little bit low on fuel, as well as Harlock, so they are due to pit at the end of this lap. NRG Simon should be good. They are running on medium tires. Surprising. Okay. So they are attempting a one stop. VNT's due to pit at the end of this lap, as well as Jelly Racer, my team. Chris seems to be in good shape. Tri-show. Okay, so, well, we got some rain at the front part of the track, I do believe. Let's take a look here. Yep, there's Hypers. 9.8 seconds ahead of FGR. So it is raining a little bit. I just don't know. Okay, so just a hair at the GP portion. Just very, very sporadic showers. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. A little bit of rain. Just real curious to see. I'm gonna look at that in just a sec, JP. Not really much of a battle at the moment. They are separated by 2.8 seconds. Harlock is definitely gaining on him, though. So it looks to me like they're both on fresh salts. Yep. NRG, I think they're gonna make it to the end of the stint. Oh, there's the rain. Alright, yep, here comes the rain. Oh my lord. Raining pretty good, pretty good. Alright, we are on board with NRG Simon. Just at the part of the Nordschleife here. Or in the beginning of the Nordschleife. Monkeys is dealing with torrential rain. Seems to lighten up. You can tell those mediums are giving them a hard time. Alright, so FGR dealing with the rain as well, folks. We have got some sketchiness going on. P1s and 2 hypers dealing with some rain as well, or, well, just got done dealing with the rain, I should say. Here we go. Woof! Simon getting a little loose there. Yeah, Ray must have did a rain dance. Hopefully she's watching. And here comes more of the rain. Alright. We're looking at ERS and ERA's battle here for P5. It is so hit and miss here. It is just crazy. Seems to me like the majority of this track is wet. And QRT did let Hypers through with no issues, which is always good to see. Hypers is losing time though, separating himself from FGR. FGR, ooh, front end damage, okay. Must have had a, oh! OVO monkey spinning out. Luckily, no damage. I'm gonna see if we can get a replay of that. Oh. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, yep. We're not able to catch that. But there again, like I said, luckily no damage for the OVO Porsche. So boy, do monkeys get lucky. It's going to put them back, though, 55 seconds from P2. Lucky monkeys. Yeah. Yeah. Should be going and playing the lottery after this stint. Energy Simon into the grass a little bit there, nothing bad. 1.6 seconds from, or ahead of ERS. ERS only 1.7 seconds ahead of ERA's Harlock. We're going to have a three-way battle for P4. Oh, wait. Someone just spun. See if I can get a replay of that. Alright. We're looking at... Oh, there goes Simon. Ooh! Oh, that's not good. Very unfortunate for NRG Simon. Just got loose, and that was all she wrote. So that's going to move ERS back up into 4th position. ERA Harlock behind him by only 1 second. So we are going to have a battle for P4. P4. Yeah, let's get F's in the chat for Simon there. I hate to see that, dude. Really unfortunate. JP cheering on Harlock to move up into 4th. Get into the grass there a little. Ooh, ERS fully in the grass. So what is that going to mean for Harlock? Harlock's going to be able to pass ERS for 4th with no issues. Look at that. Great move by Harlock. Taking full advantage of that opportunity and putting ERA up into 4th. So Harlock now 1.7 seconds ahead of ERS. ERS does have front aero and a left front wheel damage, so left front suspension as well. Excuse me, that is going to prove costly. NRG Simon goes into the pits. So that's going to give ERA's Harlock pretty good breathing room, at least for the rest of this stint. Not having to pit. They've got enough tires, enough fuel to last until the end. Monkeys looked like he had to pit. Hypers did pit, is 14.6 seconds back from FGR. FGR does have that front aero damage. So that's going to be interesting to see how all that pans out. Especially with a 14-second gap, and it looks to be closing ever so slightly. So I'm going to say probably within the end of this lap or middle of next lap, we might have a battle. Depends on what FGR is going to do. If they are going to pit and get that damage repaired, or if they're just going to try and tough it out the rest of this stint. We shall see. Yep, so ERA Harlock's going to be 22 seconds ahead of ERS. ERS is going to be 10.6 seconds ahead of Simon. Let's take a look at P7 and P8. I know we've been kind of watching them throughout this stint. The gap there is 2.5 seconds separating the two. So, no damage on both cars. Let's go to P10, P1R Chris. Yeah, he's officially got a gap there. Separating himself between, himself and P11, which is Portugal All-Stars. FGR Zikian is dealing with front aero and left front suspension damage. Not good. Not good. Right. Yeah, I know you're losing too much, but at the same time, if you look at the gap here, it's already dropped about a second between FGR. Ooh, FGR getting into the grass a little bit. I mean, there's already been more than a second lost, and we were just looking at the other cars for maybe a minute. So at what point do you say, hey, I need to pit to get this damage repaired? Yeah, now down to 11.8. Okay. Little sketchy. Little sketchy. We'll say though that Ferrari is running strong here at Nurb. Let's go back to P7 and P8 real quick. Alright, yep, so Sip is losing some time there between himself and Jelly Racer. It is now down to 1.6 seconds separating the two. And we are below a 10-second gap between P1 and P2, so man, oh man, oh man. This is going to be crazy. But for now, let's keep an eye on P7 and P8. 1.5 seconds separating the two. We're going to have yet another battle for P7. Going up 1.5, seems to be holding a little bit steady there. Just go back to P1, 9.4 seconds. Yep, so that is probably going to drop down to, well, maybe 8. Sub 9s, maybe sub 8s. Back to P7 here, 1.5 seconds. Let's just take a look at P9. Okay, nothing there, and then nothing there. Alrighty. We'll go to P4 real quick. That's ERA's Harlock. Really nothing going on there. P5 and 6, and nothing going on there. Well, hold up. No, nothing's going on there. Okay. feel like we've been here before between these two. It's been almost a battle here, start from the carousel all the way down to that back straight. INF Jelly Racer hunting down VNT Sapala. It was 1.5 second gap, now it is down to 1.274. Gaining ever so slightly, but seems to lose just a little bit through some of the curves, but I think we're gonna dip below a second. Yep, so we're now down to 9.8. I went back up to 1. Take a look. Okay, let's see where FGR is real quick. Ooh, 5.4 seconds ahead of N2 Hypers. Yeah, so I'm really starting to wonder if that damage is coming into play there. I'm not sure why that's not showing. It just kind of disappeared all of a sudden. It must be a glitch in the game itself. I would go through and try to adjust settings, but right now we've got these two guys get ready to duke it out. Alright, yep, here we go. Here we go. 7/10 separating the two. In the GP section of Nurb. .5, .4, back to .5. Look at Jelly Racer. All up in Sip's business. To hit a wrong button there, my apologies. Alright, .5, .4. As you can tell, there's Sip getting a little bit loose. That is going to close the gap even more. Coming up through the Schumacher S. There goes Jelly. Sip. What's going to happen here? If you're going to make a move, Jelly, this whole part of the track is pretty much the best time to do it. Or the best place to do it, I should say. Sip doing a really good job there defending those lines. Slamming the door on Jelly, preventing some kind of overtake from happening. Jelly looking for an opportunity, realized it wasn't going to happen. Ooh, gets loose into the grass a little. That's going to open up just a hair of a gap. Not enough, though, for Sip to take a deep breath. Jelly Racer still pursuing Sip. Time for some fancy camera work. Alright, we're on board with Sip, looking out the back window. And that is all he sees, folks, in the rearview mirror. Those bright BMW headlights. We are on the cam, hood cam, top cam, whatever you want to call it. As you can see here, they're still holding a half second gap, but the power of that BMW and the slipstream allowing Jelly Racer to slowly gain on Zip. Now down to 3/10, 3.5 tenths I should say, now down to 3/10. We're in the sub 2s, 2/10, 2.5, 0.25. Look at that exhaust. At night, what a beautiful thing to witness. On board with Jelly Racer, and this is all he sees. I know we are on the hood cam, but this gives you a good idea. Oh, look at that. Getting aggressive. Pressuring Zip. Try and make a mistake. Zip gets real loose. Jelly Racer not able to take advantage of the situation. JP, yeah, looks like Jelly. Last I remember, ooh, look at that, Jelly going on the inside, overtaking Zip. See if we can get a replay of that, folks. There he goes on the inside. What a beautiful pass for P7. So Jelly Racer 3/10 ahead of Zip. Let's take a look at P1 real quick. Oh, look at that battle for P1. 1/10 separating FGR and N2 Hypers. Folks, we have battles after battles going on, and this is beautiful. It is about time. Track looks to be getting a little bit wet, but dry in some parts, so I don't think it's anything that we need to worry about. Aust, have a good night, buddy. Have a good night. Alright, so they're going down the straight. Hypers with the draft. And is going to get past. Yep. He is. We now have a new race leader of N2 Hypers. Pulling a gap on FGR. Alright, so Hypers really pulling ahead of FGR now. We're now at a second. You are welcome, Aust. Wow. Whew. What a race. Alright, Jelly Racer still 3/10 ahead of VNT Zip. Let's just take a quick gander here. I just want to look. Make sure we have nothing crazy going on. We don't. Hold on a minute. Do my eyes deceive me? Do we have the Polish Bombo Klat Adi? What is up, Mr. Adriano? So happy to see you, buddy. Jelly Racer 4/10 of a second ahead of Zip. This is going to be interesting coming up into that back straight. Yeah, so unless maybe Jelly could get at least a second ahead of Zip, this right here is going to determine what will happen, because I imagine if we get below 7/10 of a gap between the two, Zip's going to be able to use that slipstream, pass Jelly Racer, reclaim 7th position. Right now it seems to be working in Jelly Racer's favor. That BMW really strong at this track. N2, just a quick update, 2.6 seconds ahead of FGR. Jelly Racer still holding a 0.8 ahead of Zip. Now this right here is what you gotta focus on. So right now, Jelly Racer 0.8 ahead of Zip. Who's gonna get the better exit out of here onto that back straight? And that we are about to find out. Right now it looks to be Jelly Racer. Yep, Jelly Racer with a much stronger exit than Sip. So that's going to allow him to really open up that gap. We are now at 1.5. Well, you know what? Call it 1.5 seconds. Yep. What an intense battle we had for P7 and P1, I should say. Boy, am I glad we caught that. The Polish Bombo Clat is here, Mr. Adi Adriano. What's up? Thought I saw a little something there with hypers. ERA Harlock, 22 seconds ahead of ERS. ERS, okay, the gap's dropped a little. 5 seconds separating him and NRG Simon. Setting at 802.7. Well, ERS had set at 806.4. Jelly Racer 1.6 ahead. So the gap between second and third is 48 seconds, and the gap between third and fourth is 1:09. So, in case you are wondering, yes, the ERA Harlock is about 1:56 back from P2. 2 minutes and 1 seconds back from P1. So those top three are pretty much gone for now. What's 8th and 11? Addy, I got you, buddy. So 8th is going to be VNT Sip with a half-second penalty. That's going to hurt him. And then P11th is going to be the Portugal All-Stars Ferrari. That is Trishow at the wheel. Also, Addy, good luck with the exams, buddy. I know you'll pass. You'll pass with flying colors. Really happy to see you're still active. Harlock, FGR by the end of the stint. I don't see it. I mean, FGR is losing time, but he's not losing that much. But I am curious to see how bad of a gap is here. How much is closing between Monkeys and FGR. Okay, so the gap is closing just a little, but not a whole lot. Yeah, Harlock is like 2 minutes behind, the leader, so I want to say like 1:52 back from FGR, 1:54. So there's no way it'll happen, Jay. We are. Alrighty, yep. So as we are nearing the end of the stint, I do want to remind you guys, No Lander does have a stream up for Stint 5. So it is up, it is running. It is in the general chat of the IRO Discord. So if you want, hop on over there, and No Lander will keep you all updated throughout Stint 5. And then for Stint 6, I do have the stream schedule. It's going to be none other than GT45 Gaming, the legendary commentator. Who will be gracing us with his presence. I've known GT45 for years, and I'll tell you what, his commentary is unparalleled. So into, oh, here we go, finally fastest lap, 802.2, set by Hypers. And then, yeah, look at that, that front aero damage is really affecting FGR. I mean, if you look at the lap time, 812, 812, 815. I mean, versus Hypers, 802, 804, 827, but I don't know. That might have been during the rain and stuff. Monkey's setting an 810 and an 812, but that is on medium tires now, mind you. Harlock setting at 805, 808, 901, which, like I said, could be rain. So, speaking of which, into Hypers, they are on their last lap, as well as FGR and Monkeys. So they will be pitting at the end of this lap. At this point, he could have pitted and fixed the damage and made up the difference. Yeah, and you know, that's why I was asking, at what point do you decide between running the rest of the stint or pitting, fixing the repair? Either way, I mean, either way you're going to lose a position. But how are you going to mitigate the damage, you know, of losing P1? Trying to figure out what's the gap going to be if I pit, repair, maybe throw some softs on because what the heck, versus toughing it out at a track like the Nurb. Right, and you know, that's why I was asking that. You know, that's just the kind of decisions that you have to make when you're at the wheel. And also your teammates help influence the decision as well, because they may know something that you don't. Alright, so P1 through... Oh, hello. Alright, so P1 through, well, 9th are on their last lap. But it seems to me like we're going to have a battle for P5. 1.5 seconds separates P5 and 6. ERS getting a little loosey-goosey there. Energy Simon though. I want to look at the lap times. So something must have happened to ERS because the last lap they had an 809. And well, you know, we'll do the last two. 809, 806, 806, 802. So every bit 7 seconds of a difference there between the two laps. So that allows NRG Simon to get into striking range. Addy, thank you, Bumbleclat. And did I just miss something? I thought I missed something. Could have swore I saw somebody just going off. ERS, as you can hear those tires squealing. He's driving the wheels off of that thing. So as soon as the first 7 pit for the driver switch, I will be cutting the streak. I'm real curious to see. Let's just do a quick look here. Okay, so N2, 22-second gap ahead of P2. Alright. So, make sure we don't have really anything else going on at the moment, which I don't think we do. No, we don't. Okay. Alright, yep, here we go. We got a battle. Half second separates ERS and NRG. This is the battle for P5. P5. So we'll go on board with NRG Simon. We're just going to run the cockpit view here. This is going to make things a little bit spicy. Look at NRG go. NRG trying to make a move on the outside. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Yep, ERS making a smart move. Just kind of backing off, saying, look, I don't want to get caught in this mess. That allows NRG to move into 5th, but we still have a fierce battle going on because ERS is only behind him by 3/10. My goodness. Let's see if I can get a replay of that. Alright, so here they are. Oh, okay, we just missed it. Alright. How's it going, Cody? Thanks for the love, buddy. N2 is into the pits. So that is going to start the driver swap. NRG Simon is pulling away from ERS. It is now up to 1.3, 1.4, let's just say. FGR is now into the pits. Alright, so they will be initiating the driver swap. Here's P3 coming down the front stretch. Monkeys coming into the pits. Comes Harlock going down the back straight. So there goes ERA into the pits. And then here comes Simon. Yep, Simon's still holding that gap. Look at that. The sheer power of that BMW did close the gap there. So no lander, you better be ready. We're going to have a battle for P5 and 6. There goes P5, P6. There's P7. Alright, so they are both in, and here comes Jelly Racer. There comes Sip. So that is going to be your top 8. We're going to have P9 come in shortly, P10, P11, and then P12. P12 is a lap down. So that is going to round out the field. Again, I am going to cut the stream off here, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in Stint 7. See ya.